Greetings, friends, and welcome to DJ in Real Life. You know what that means. Yes, folks, it's time once again for your boy DJ to talk about life, real life, on the internet, or what anyone could call real life on the internet. Now, I was hoping to wait another month or so to return to doing the show again, but because of some sad news I learned earlier today, I felt it was time to end the break and talk about this. Adolfo Shabba-Doo Quiñones, the dancer and choreographer who was probably best known for the character Ozone in the movie Breakin', passed away this morning at the age of 65. He first started in the limelight as part of the 70s dance crew, the Lockers. From there, he went on to so many other projects. Of course, he was in Breakin', as well as the follow-up Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. He did choreography for such artists as Madonna, Lionel Richie, and 3-6 Mafia, as well as worked with actor Jamie Kennedy on a couple of projects including the movie Kickin' It Old School. Beyond that, he did try to set up something called Feng Shui. At first I thought it was something related to the animated show Batman Beyond due to the Shui reference, but it was just him trying to choreograph another dance style. In the last few years, he was setting up a digital media effort called Shabba-Doo Digital Studios. He danced until the end, as even a couple weeks ago he was in Chicago on an NBC affiliate there, dancing it up there during an interview. He was an accomplished person, to say the least. He was dealing with a positive COVID test and was quarantining, but I don't know if it had anything to do with his passing. Now that all the formal stuff is out of the way, let me get into what he meant to me personally, and even potentially professionally. The bottom line, it was a lot. Shabba-Doo may have been the most influential role model of my entire life, much more than anybody else in the worlds of entertainment or sports or pro wrestling or anything else. For those of you who have been in my life, if you've ever looked closely at me, you would easily see some of that influence. Not all of it, mind you, but some of it. Just like with a lot of folks, the first time I saw Shabba-Doo was in the movie Breakin'. That movie jump-started all the dance stuff I'm still doing to this day. A lot of people thought it was Michael Jackson. And sure, he had a role, but this particular movie really got me into it, and there's stuff from it I'm still trying to do to this day. Sort of hard with a pandemic and no real place to do it at the moment, but I'm still trying. However, it was something from the sequel, Breakin' 2, that, as much as the first movie really rooted me in dancing, that instilled a personal philosophy I still strive for to this day. That was the idea that dance could bring people together and lead to bigger and greater things. That sequel movie itself was clunky and rushed, to say the least, but Shabba-Doo's role in both Breakin' movies, as well as those of Michael Chambers, known as Boogaloo Shrimp, and Lucinda Dickey, as Ozo, Turbo, and Kelly, aka Special K, respectively, inspired me and instilled the inclusiveness of that philosophy to whatever I did in life or wherever I've hung out, danced, or performed. Yes, I did at least one somewhat professional performance for a class project. Anyway, if it weren't for him in those movies, I would definitely not be the person I am today, or even have a chance of being the kind of person I still hope to be in the future. I've still got a ways to go to get there, but Shabba-Doo's influence helped set me on that path. I think a lot of people can relate to the dancing stuff, but there were a couple other things about Shabba-Doo in particular that had a major impact on me. First off, like I noted earlier, his character in the Breakin' movies seemed to be a ringleader, for lack of a better term, in bringing people together not just to dance, but to simply hang out, or even save a community center, like in the second Breakin' movie. He wasn't just like that on screen, however. He seemed to strive to do that in real life as well. I guess being a choreographer will do that. Whenever I had a dance hangout, I would try to do that myself. My best known effort was the group I christened The Crew, including folks from both Akron and Columbus. I tried to do that with other people as well, bringing folks together for, say, a line dance or a long, complicated routine. Like, for example, one particular routine I would do with my friends Kevin and Griff. This was not limited to dancing, as I've tried to do it with other things as well, but so far it's been the dancing where it's been most evident. That's a testament to the influence of Shabba-Doo, at least on my end, and once I move away from Ohio and to where I'm planning to live in the future, I'm hoping this influence and this philosophy that's been instilled in me will be even more prominent, especially with what I'm planning. The other thing was that at the same time I was trying to set up DJ Real Life and what would eventually become Hillbilly Vampire Productions, he was on a parallel track setting up Shabadoo's digital studios. It didn't hit me until later that we had a similar desire for video and audio production. To see someone who had influenced me as a child and as an adult working on the same kind of stuff that I was currently working on, I was so motivated and blessed by that. That gave me the feeling that I was on the right track, not just for this show and other projects, but my life in general. His efforts, once again, were inspiring mine. I'm not sure I know of anybody else that's happened to, but it has happened here. I want to note a couple other things related to Shabadoo in relation to yours truly that I want people to know. In the 90s when I was at OSU and went to the clubs near South Campus, I would occasionally wear a pair of fingerless gloves I bought in an old waterbeds and stuff that used to be on High Street south of the campus. Some folks wonder why I wore them, and I would give them some lame excuses to dance performing or whatnot, but the real reason was that Shabadoo wore them in Breakin', and I wanted to honor and somewhat emulate that look, in a 90s sort of way, at least in my mind. I have to admit, it wasn't my best look, but that was why I wore them. Now, about a decade ago, I was able to find Shabadoo on social media and, quote, liked, unquote, his Facebook and Twitter pages. I had been continually inspired by his ongoing work and, again, his work on Shabadoo Digital Studios. There was one thing that happened recently on Facebook that I will likely take with me whenever I think of him. About a week and a half ago, before he went into quarantine himself, he put up a post railing against those who've been extremely selfish with their behavior regarding this pandemic stuff we're all going through. I posted a comment agreeing with him and noted how heartless and stupid these people were being and that they needed heart as well as some actual working brain cells themselves. He personally loved the comment, using the heart emoji from those emoji options for posts and comments on Facebook, and that just made my day. We were on the same wavelength on that subject. That was the last real interaction I will have with him, and that is something I am probably going to cherish the rest of my days. Shabadoo, Adolfo Quinones, Ozone, for everything you have inspired in me, that you have exemplified for me, for being a role model I was honored to look up to, for everything I hope to take with me going forward. I salute you, not just with my words here, but with the stuff I'm hoping to do in the future. Rest in peace and peaceful journey, good sir. And one day, I hope to see you in the place where no shadows fall. On that note, I bid you all adieu. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to DJ in Real Life on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also connect through social media to the show's Twitter and Facebook pages. DJ in Real Life is produced by Hillbilly Vampire Productions, copyright 2021, all rights reserved. Until next time, folks, this is your boy DJ saying take care, God bless, and thank you for everything you've done for me, Shabadoo. Goodbye.